Okay, this is a new video that I'll be making in regards to my followers. So one thing I'll admit right away is that most of the videos have been kind of, in a sense, created in appeal to the public, not just my following. Um, I have not really made any announcement or speeches to them regarding anything, so I guess for a change, and I don't have much time, so I'll make this quickly. We'll be doing this very, very quickly regarding what's going on, diving further into it. So before, I guess a month ago, or a month and a half ago, I guess it'd be more, no, a month ago, I said that I would not be returning, likely no matter what, and that there'd be a very slim chance, and that for me to come back right away, there would need to be some sort of miracle, as in, let's say for instance, someone gives me 1,000,000 Robux. With that 1,000,000 Robux, I can make an empire as large as Represalio, as an estimate. I could run 20,000 or 30,000 every day, get it more than 30 people in the game, and we'd be set. I could do all my schoolwork, do all my college class work, and do all my RESA work, and then have maybe 30 minutes to spare a day, you know, maybe spend, early mornings and late nights, and that's about it. Or maybe in between. So like around break time or lunchtime, But as we all know, that's never going to happen. That's why it's called a miracle, because it's a rare occurrence. So it's going to stay that way. I can't really, unless someone literally wants to. I doubt anyone that's going to watch this video in a million years is going to have 2,000,000 Robux and want to give half of it to me because he wants to prove a point, or because he trusts I'm going to make a group that's going to prosper and get all the credit. I mean, it's not going to happen. It's an unrealistic thought process, because how many people even have that much Robux? Okay. Actually, a lot of people actually are pretty rich. I could say more than 1,000 people on this group are either millionaires or they're multi-millionaires, meaning that they have more than 10 million probably. Beyond that, there's people that have a lot more. But the point being is that there's no way I'm coming back in the next month. Not really, not in November, not in September. But I will admit something else. I will admit that as time has went on, I've lowered I've increased the chances in terms of time. That over time, before it used to be like, if I'm ever coming back, it will be like a year from now probably, like next summer, like not the upcoming summer in like another 10 months, but as in like the summer after that. And then it was changed to where I might come back this summer, but it's a very, very slim chance, and I most likely won't be because of college classes being taken. And then it was changed to, okay, 50-50 chance I'll be coming back, but it'll most likely just be late summer. Then it was changed to, okay, there's an 80% chance of coming back. Now it's like I'm coming back this summer. Probably not no matter what, but I know for a fact that I'm coming back because I have plans. And since last night, now there's rumors going around that I'm going to be coming back in the early summer or like the late springtime. So I'm just clarifying that right now, that there's never really a specific time that we can really decide on when it comes to me coming back. The entire purpose of me quitting and the entire purpose of all this, it wasn't some sort of overreaction. I mean, if I want to be the honest as I can be, I can admit that, yeah, maybe it was to see what would happen if the community would really die and to prove a point that the community kind of needs to be because no one else has the balls to be the new antagonist, considering, in this group, for instance, you only have like 10 people in the game a day, and the immigrants team doesn't even freaking work because it's broken. Everything in this group is broken. That's why Lava can't be the antagonist. And Vasiliev, if we even get into him, he's a big group, and he's recently increased his activity by a lot. He does nothing. I have not heard about anything from this guy at all. This guy, it's just, I don't see him being a potential antagonist. The point is, there is, will be no other antagonist. I know a lot of you guys are like, well, Hadrian can. And I've spoken to Hadrian. I've, in fact, yelled at him yesterday regarding his, what, I'm actually curious. What's the anthem? kidding me? Okay. Hadrian he just can't be the new antagonist. He has a won and lose reputation. If you all remember correctly in the beginning, he was like, we need to fix reputation, we need to fix this, we need to do the opposite of everything Richter wanted. And yet, in real life, he's like a diehard Italian fascist. So, I mean, as ironic as he might be, he isn't the guy. Beans, his current marshal, who's returned to Roblox, isn't really an antagonistic guy. He's similar, but not the same. He's a bit more strict when it comes to it. And then Octavius, whatever it is, but the Batanatate successor guy, he hasn't been online in weeks. So I don't think any of those three guys can do it. No one can really do it. There's not going to be someone to uphold the amount of cringe and edginess that I held, if they can even exceed that, because everyone knows what's going to happen. There's going to be those few people that are even more edgier, that are like, anti-whatever antagonists. They're the kind of wannabe protagonists that take it a bit far, and, essentially they just go out, send pizzas, and they frame you for a pedo. I mean, that's what happened with Lewis, I think. Um, Someone tried to call Lewis a pedo. It didn't work out because Lewis is, like, afraid of girls. He's the kind of gay guy that avoids girls at all costs. So that was beyond failure. And then they're like, well, maybe we could try with a boy. And then they did, and it kind of worked out for the first day or two. And then no one believed it because no one could just believe it. You can't really imagine Lewis doing that kind of stuff. So then then there's the Sigismund ones because he's old, and then there's the General John ones, which we know are legitimate, and because General John's is legitimate, that means anyone else is also legitimate. So, I mean, we have all that. There just won't be another antagonist. So, as you all know, with my views on the community, I want the genre to die. I want it because it's an addiction, which it is. It is an addiction. But I can control it, I think. Can I control it? I mean, I just changed my profile picture to this, so I mean, I don't really know if I can control it, but we're getting there. Well, I mean, I can control it. I mean, if I wanted to, I deleted my own account, and I can't really do anything because not only it was deleted, but the IP banned me, so I can't really log in or else that'll get deleted as well. And, well, you all know the result of that. That's what happens with this. So, well, as a result, what am I going to do? I mean, I now have a social life, kind of, and I now am doing what normal kids do. Am I satisfied with that compared to what I did last year? I mean, if I'm being honest, I'll get into that another time on what is going on in real life. Maybe the time I return, I'll get into all that. And that might be the reason just why I'm returning. I mean, you all know me. I was not really socially awkward or mentally challenged compared to many people. It's just a fact that compared to other people, I have different interests and I have different likings and such. So that should kind of wrap up all these rumors being spread. Just I constantly is here in the Discord servers and DMs. Rumors this, rumors that. Is he really coming back? Why is there a poll in the network with 35 people saying yes and literally my own self saying no about wanting me to come back? I mean, it's literally at the point where there is no other option, which is really true. As well, I mean, Turin has been active. Don't get me wrong, it had about, what, 12 people at the last event or raid they had, and they've been kind of active, but you know, that's because the Richters, some of them are loyal to the dynasty, I will admit. Most of them are loyal to me. Hadrian has been trying to influence a more nationalistic approach to the Richters, saying that if they remain loyal to the collective, which is the founder, and at the same time the nation or the Richter people in itself, then they will prosper. And since this idea it kind of works in real life and not doesn't work at all in game, it's slowly but not really surely doing anything. Because on Roblox, you need a character to thrust the people forward. And I'm not going to get into all that for 10 minutes because I'm not doing Richterism again. So if I do come back, I'm going to give all the details. Because I thought about this all day today. Which I can multitask mentally. So I thought we could do a Scotland set in World War II. And I thought it could be a new ideology compared to anything else. That's the current plan in motion. and that's all that's currently being planned. As a lot of you guys also have spread rumors about, is about my personality, which is really weird because I didn't even think that was relevant in the first place. So in regards to how I will be, a lot of you know that I've, if not ever, have used any grammar, and that I can be comparable to someone like Lavo in his free time, in the sense that I just constantly don't use grammar and kind of meme around and don't take anything seriously, besides the fact that when I am angered, I don't take it seriously anyway when I'm angry, because I don't really get angry over Roblox when I quit Roblox, so it doesn't really matter to me. Wow, that was a lot I should say. Anyway, so, I mean, with the new personality that will be occurring, I mean, it's going to be what I was in early TRI, as most of you have already heard from the rumors. It's not going to be a new change personality where I'm going to meme around, be lenient, and it'll be like the Richter's Pizza Parlor where it's just rating random games and shouting pizza time, pizza time, pizza time. When will this take effect? As soon as I return, or maybe a day after I return, because it's, well, no, after I return, because it will just make things easier. People will need to know my expectations, and you all know why. If you don't know why I be edgy and cringe, it's not because I'm actually edgy and cringe, it's because I want something. It's called immersion. I don't mean the immersion where, you have accuracy in a video game and you have, historical accuracy and it makes you feel like you're actually there, which is kind of close to my definition, but my definition of it is what makes it fun, entertaining. It what makes people want to be active and join the game. It's when it's just unique in the sense that you feel, it feels actually worth doing. It's like a project of some sort, an experiment of some sort that people will ultimately want to be a part of because they see all this stuff working and they want to also help make it work. It does all this cool science stuff, and people want to be a part of it anyway. So that's what's all going to happen with what we have planned out. There also are rumors that it will be a return before 2020, in the sense that it will be probably Christmas. I've already made it perfectly clear it won't be in November, and I've made it kind of clear to the fact that it will be sometime in the summer. Now, I'm not saying this and I'm going to change my opinion, I'm just saying this, that I'm never going to promise about me returning anytime sooner than the summertime. If not before 2020. I think I contradicted that statement earlier. Okay. Let me just forget what I said in the past 2 minutes. Essentially, it won't be before 2020 if I'm ever going to return. That is something that I can make definite promises of. I can, uh, well, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, Christmas break, I don't know about that. Anytime before Christmas break, I know I can promise, ultimately promise, that it won't be an official return with the Scotland and all that. What I can't promise is in between the spring and the winter. Um, because it could change at any moment in my thought process. I do, however, know that I will for sure be making a return no matter, well, I wouldn't say no matter what, because there's still that 5% chance that I won't, which is due to school and whatever else I have planned. I haven't even, some of my classes haven't even started yet until January. So I could be doing all this and then realize the amount of time that, I won't have to do anything. I'll still be having to maintain social status as I plan to get out of this platform as well at the same time. By summertime, I won't really care much for social status, but you all get the point, and hopefully that does sum up a lot of things since no one really knows what. If you all want to know why, I can't really go too much into depth. As I said, there will be something I'll be explaining in future topics as of why I am deciding to make this, considering a lot of you people think that, it was me quitting. I think I said quit like once or twice, maybe in front of a lot of people if I remember correctly. But most times I told people that it was just a long break that would last a long time. Um, I'm not the kind of person that would say this is the last group, this is the last group. I did say Terrain would be the last legacy group, but I said legacy, as in the sense it'd be the last group led for the legacy. And after that, there would be no other group led by a legacy, if you all got that. Um, Otherwise, I would have said it was the last Richter group that would ever have Richter aesthetics and Richter ideas and blah blah blah. And I did say during the time of Korea that Korea would be the last group, but I would, in the sense that it would fail. If Korea failed, it would be the last group, which Korea didn't fail. Lavo failed us. It would happen that we would change and merge with Lavo when we'd surf Lavo for the next 5 or 6 months, and then we would go back and do another TRI 2.0 again, and repeat everything. But Lavo failed us, we didn't fail him, so it was the opposite. We made a new group since Korea was considered successful, and a loyalty test, as you all know. You all know the history, blah blah blah. Um, that's essentially it with regards to this. In this return. So don't just start commenting. I mean, I know you're going to troll me anyway with this, but don't just comment and just say, hey, you lied to us. You broke a promise. You did this. You did that. You're just like Lava, Lewis, Nerfer, and Zofia when they say they quit, or you're just like Alexander Strange. Like, no, not exactly. I think I did at one point say that I was going to try and beat everyone's records, including the IGA, when it came to quitting, but that's something I can't really accomplish because IGA, the owner of IGA, the founder of IGA, has quit for, I think it had a record of a year and a half or something like that. And after realizing that, I'm like, oh man, maybe I could beat Nerfed because Nerfed's longest record was about one entire year, 330 something days. So, I'm not here to beat records. I'm here to have fun. So it doesn't really matter. So if you want to call this some sort of, experiment from quitting just to get a reaction or just to do something, I mean, go ahead. I don't really mind. Because no matter what I have done or will do, there will always be a following. I mean, I am the antagonist, and I might not be a liar with a lack of immorality, or morality, not immorality, lack of morality. I'm not someone that might, let's just say, a really bad person. But in the sense that on this platform, I am going to be a trickster. I am going to lead a nation that puts me as the Iron Fist, and I am going to always have the, it's not actually that bad. It's not actually that bad. But in returns to Roblox, or this platform, everyone is going to title me as the antagonist because of that. And that's just this game standards. I just need a little break from all of the hate from the past 8 months held against me, or should I say 9 months, since we had 20 gross incident in December, November. 10 months, last 10 months of all this crap, and this is my vacation, I guess. And it lasted shortly because, well, I wouldn't say it lasted shortly. I mean, I could come back and I could rule a genre in a day if I'm lucky, but in the sense, it's fun. It's good not having the same and different people coming up to me and calling me ridiculous things because of what they were told by ridiculous people. So, great. Cleared everything up. Satisfied. No longer am I going to hear rumor. Now they can refer back to this video and say, oh, that's what he said. It's confirmed, so I can quit seeing DMs and this and that constantly. Have a great day, everyone. I'm gonna run the school now. See ya.